I came to Waikato Stud in 2000. I do the foaling at night time. I do every night. I just get into that time zone and get sleeping in the day and staying up all night. People that love horses can understand, or people that love mares and foals can understand how great it is to see new life come into the world. And when I get here, I go for a big walk, and you can kind of pick up vibes out in the paddock. I've got my binoculars, which are my best tool, but I do go out a lot because they get up in dark corners, and something lies down and I think, well, I should just go and investigate that. And then I'm checking other paddocks as well, so I'm doing that every hour or so. Yeah, I always carry my walkie-talkie with me all the time, so if I do come across something, I can call somebody straight away. We've got a really good system here that if there's a difficult foaling, there's a couple of people that come anyway to a foaling, but if there's something that's just not right or it's a really big foal, well then I'll put it on channel 2 and we'll have everybody, the whole staff will be here within 4 or 5 minutes. It's a good system.
Are you on one, Mark?
Yep.
Oh, we've got that Blandford mare, the maiden mare.
I'll go down there. Okay, so this is the kit that's at every foaling. So start off with, we've got the old ropes here that I think these ropes have been with us 20 years. They've foaled a lot of mares, but they're very important. They go on the foal's feet just to help us out. We have oxygen if the foal has got in trouble, if it's taken longer than normal and things, we can put that little tube up their nose and pump a bit of oxygen into them. It just gives them a boost. A barrel of lube with a pump in it that we can pop into the mare if we feel as though it's going to be tight. A bit of selenium in its mouth afterwards, orally straight after foaling, and a tetanus shot. In our kit here, that gets a bit more serious if we run into trouble. We have on hand what's called Dopram, and that helps lung stimulation if the foal's not breathing, and then adrenaline if their heart's not going. That can be pumped into them just to start things up. Foals are always presented, or we hope always presented, with their front feet forward and their nose sitting on top. And problems that you can have from the outgo is you know, the legs can be back, front legs can be back, or head can be back. But probably 95% of these mares would actually foal on their own. But when you get into trouble, you get into trouble very quickly, and you have to be able to make a decision very quickly to try and fix the problem. That's the feet showing now, and that white bag is the sack that the foal's in. We just put a bit of lube in because she's being a maiden, she's tight. Once those shoulders come through, makes the job a bit easier. Good girl. Beautiful. See, that umbilicus is still hooked up, so I can pump a bit more blood in there. We always sit them up on their chest so their lungs expand. That's broken there now, so Bev will get that. 1, 2, 3. So you naturally find yourself when it's out like that, obviously checking that it's breathing all right, that its legs look all right, that it's got 2 eyes. Not that you can do a lot about that if it hasn't. Oh, we had a filly there. Girl. Bev's just sprayed the umbilicus there. We'll give it its shots in that there now, and I'll tie up these membranes. So you can see it doesn't take long. And old Louis, he's a bit of a midwife. He sort of makes sure everything's going all right and they're all nice and clean, don't you, Louis? Come on, baby. That's a good foal. You can come for a little trip. And that's the time we all love, isn't it, Bev? That little bit of bonding. Bev's getting a bit of the colostrum there now. Just test its quality. So this bit here is the sac that the foal was actually in, called the amnion. This bit here, which is still mostly inside the mare, is called the allantois, and that is the surface between that's on, like on the uterus, and that is where all the transfer of blood and nutrients and everything goes through into the foal. Sometimes they're quite funny to watch, you know, they'll tip over forward and tip over backwards as they're getting those legs going, because, you know, those legs are long, they're nearly as long as the mothers. And the thing that always amazes me is in 2 years' time, somebody will be sitting on its back, putting a whip around its bum, bloody trying to win a race. Out of bed. We clean the udder down first because she's been lying down there on that ground and picking up any sort of bugs and things on the ground as she's been foaling. And when the foal starts nuzzling around it, it can pick up bacteria at that stage. Tidy things up. Yeah, she's got a bit of bay. Otherwise it all dries hard on them. And you can see this, the membranes are starting to move their way out and drop out already. That's going to drop out in the next few minutes. And now you boys can take that home, you know, and put it under your pillow, and you boil it up for breakfast. It's really nice. There you go. Oh my God, look at that. I don't think it really knows what it's done. That is incredible. Look at that. Now how does nature tell it just to do that, eh? Look at that. That foal's drinking. That foal's drinking. It's on there. That's why they're so good, they're so quick, eh? And onto it. But that's a good, healthy foal. Mare's mothering it. Everything's good. Job done. That was perfect, that one, wasn't it? Only another 150 to go.